What is up, Super Fam and Bro Vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Bane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be checking out episode 3 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I am so excited and hyped to check out this episode, man. This show, week after week, it's just been getting better and better, and I'm honestly surprised that this new episode is already here. I feel like we were just watching the last week's episode. Like, I feel like we just watched this episode, literally. Like, it feels like it was yesterday. But here we are, and I'm ready to get into it, and I hope you guys are too. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream because it helps out tremendously around these parts. And it is officially February 1st. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy that we are already in February? I can't believe it. It's kind of shocking, to be honest with you guys. I feel like January went by in the blink of an eye, and here we are, and we're about to we're not even about to be in February. We are. And then we're going to blink, and the next thing we're going to know is going to be March, April, May, and then it's going to be 2029. And then we're going to be like, what's happened? Where did all the time go? But I'm happy that we get to spend some of this time together here at Marvel Bros. And today we're going to be nerding out, yo. So I'm ready to get into it. I'm ready to talk about all of these amazing things with the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Last week's episode was it was amazing, and I think this show is really something special. It has a heartwarming vibe. It's very heartfelt. It's very touching in all the aspects that you needed to, and I don't doubt that it will also get very gruesome when it needs to get that as well. So overall, we're doing a really good job, and I hope you guys have been enjoying this season. Please let me know in the comment section down below how you guys have been feeling about season 1 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Even George R.R. Martin has been singing his praises for this show with how accurate it is to his own work, and other things that he appreciates that they were able to do within A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And that's always dope and cool to hear when the creators are so hyped and they are like being able to enjoy the thing that, well, they kind of created, for lack of better words. They it was their idea to spark the universe, and it's always dope that they are the ones that enjoy the show, as well as us fans who read the books. The ones that wrote the books, though, they should be able to enjoy it too. So just knowing that he is a fan of what this season has done, what this season is going to be doing, and what the show overall is going to be doing, and the direction it's going, I think that really does allow a lot of us to get, a lot of us to even get in there a little bit more and be even more excited, be even more enthralled, for a lack of a better words, with this season, with this show. And man, Dunk and Egg have just been they're just awesome. I mean, every time that they're on screen together, I just enjoy it. Everything that they do. All the other characters that they've been introducing, it's been a really good journey. It's been a really good road so far. And I think the road ahead is just going to continue to get better and better. We're going to talk about episode 2 here in a moment, and all the crazy shenanigans that were going on in episode 2. If you guys remember, episode 2 was wild. Episode 2 was insane. This show is insane. And it makes me happier and happier that each week we really don't know what we're in for. Are we going to just get a lot of character development, or what gruesome, what disgusting, what grotesque thing is going to start off the episode? You just never know what's happening with this show, bro. You really never know. You really never know what can go on, and I love that you don't know what's happening, because it keeps you on your toes. It definitely keeps you on your toes. Okay. Let me see. Let's go. I'm ecstatic for where we can go with this show, though. If I am gonna be honest with you guys, like, especially since we have been in this grounded area as of late with this new sense of, not new sense of, but this, we're just able to really lock in. I want to know though. Let me know, you guys, who has been stealing the show so far for you. Who's stealing the show so far? Dunk or egg? Dunk, egg, or the overall world and lore. Let's know. Let me know how you guys are feeling about it. And of course, as always, let me get a 1 in the chat if you guys have been enjoying A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Let me get a 2 in the chat if you have not been enjoying it. And then let me get a 3 if you're just happy to be here to experience what is A Night of the Seven Kingdoms here with other people that enjoy it. So I will preface everything by letting you guys know I have not read these books. I am a watcher. I am not a reader. I am coming into this show blind to the story of Dunk and Egg. I have no idea what's going on with it. But I have watched Game of Thrones, and I have also watched House of the Dragon. Couldn't think of the name. And so far, I have really been enjoying the complete almost 180 that A Night of the Seven Kingdoms has done when it comes to this show. Like, this show has been a complete and utter, it's just ripped you from what you expect. I feel like that's the best way to say it. My expectations and what was going to be going on with this show, I did not know that we were going to be going so lighthearted, so funny, so that, and I have no issue with it either. I actually really enjoy it. It's just been very, it's just been a breath of fresh air, I guess you could say, in the universe that is Game of Thrones, right? Like in Westeros, being able to have these times of laughing and having these times of enjoying each other's company and watching Dunk and Egg grow their relationship, all of that works so well together, man. And then here we go into, I think we're gonna get a little bit more action going into this week, which is something I am not mad at all. I feel like all of the pacing of these episodes have been splendid. And I hope we get an episode where we actually get to kind of go, maybe like a flashback episode rather than an episode with a flashback in it, to where we really get to meet his master, the knight that he is really trying to follow the footsteps in. Because we've got conflicting stories. It was nice to hear the Hand of the King in last week's episode actually confirm the stuff that we've been hearing Duncan trying to tell everybody, because they've kind of also been able to play that angle of, was bro just lying about everything and Dunk was gullible and believed him? And then you do get a little bit of, he embellished, but he wasn't lying, right? When he's like, "Oh, it was 7," and he was like, "No, it was actually 4." But no, and just being able to have those moments that I just like it, bro. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I think they did a really good job with this show. But let me know how you guys are feeling about it in the comment section down below. I see good 13s in here. I highly recommend you read the graphic novels after the show. Oh, okay. Yo, what's up with it? What's up with it, Chunny? What's up with it, Chuny? What's up with it, None for Me? What's up with it, Hades? How you guys doing today? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here with me. And then what's up with it, Mike Beezy? How you doing, bruv? Happy Sunday to each and every one of you guys. I hope all of you have enjoyed your Sunday and are ready to start this week off right. We got T-minus 20 minutes until episode 3 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be airing on HBO Max. And I'm happy to be here with all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen, all you dudes and dudettes, because, man, I think we're going to have a real good night tonight. I think this is going to be a good episode. I don't know what's going to be happening, but I do think that this is going to be a solid episode. I'm really hoping for some action. Let me know, what do you guys want to see in tonight's episode? Are you waiting? Are you hoping to see a little bit more action? Are you hoping to see a little bit more character development? I think we saw a good amount of action last week as a good teaser. So if we don't get action this week, I'm not going to be completely infuriated by it, but I would like to get a little action pack, a little action Jackson up in here. Gotta make sure all my stuff is set. Okay, let's I see. So let's lift this just a little bit like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Shit's about to go down. Is that how you're feeling? You think it's about to go down today? I hope it does. I am hoping that it goes down. What would you guys rate last week's episode? Just let me know in the comments out of 10. 1 out of 10, what would you rate last week's episode? Or 1 out of 5. I think 1 out of 5 is what all the apps and stuff do. It's like it's a 5-star, 5 out of 5. I just feel like 5 just doesn't properly convey it. But once you start putting like halves in for 5s, like 4.5, 3.5, you know what I mean? I think that's when it really starts to make. When you have a 5-star rating system, if you give something a half, it also counts up to 10 when you really think about it, right? Because if you can give stuff half a star, that's like giving it a 1. You know what I mean? And then a whole star is like giving it a 2. You know what I'm saying? So let's rate it out of 5. I think it's out of 5. We also have our own Marvel Bros rating system. If you guys don't know about it, we'll talk about that a little bit later, though. A solid. I think you guys that are 4, 5, 4, 8 out of 10. Yeah, I agree with that. I think you guys are saying 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, and then an 8 out of 10. I agree with that. My bad. My bad for confusing everybody because I said do it out of 10. But, yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry. I hope I didn't confuse anybody other than myself. Let's see. Okay. Let's grab that. Put that there. Cooking hot dogs right now, really excited. Yo, ain't nothing like a Sunday glizzy. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing like a Sunday glizzy. Sunday glizzy, rain is falling. No, okay, let me chill. Oh, yo. Oh. All right, let us talk a little bit about episode 2, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Episode. I need to figure out a good script that I can come up with when doing watch parties. I need to be able to have all characters' faces and names right there so I can look at them. I don't know if y'all have ever watched. What is dude's name, bro? He does on his YouTube channel is like trying to figure out if he can discover the mystery when watching a show before the mystery is revealed in the show. I don't know what bruh's name is, but I've been watching his YouTube channel, and I really like his YouTube channel. Shout out to him if I can remember his name. I'm sorry, I can't. But shout out to that dude, and he gave me some ideas on how to do some of these watch parties, just so I can have a better idea of some of the characters that we're talking about, what we're discussing, so on and so forth. I've been getting it cracking lately. Does anybody have a serialized where you guys may write down your own reviews of shows? Man, I am not paid by them, but yo, Serialized is an awesome app where you can track the shows that you watch. I'm just saying. It's an awesome app. I use it. You can track all the shows that you watch, what's in your queue, what you need to watch, and you can rate episodes, review them, all of that good stuff. It's a pretty solid app. I really enjoy using it. And it's going to be something that we use a lot more going into this year of our Lord 2026. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys get a serialized. They got TV time, all that cool stuff. Let me see if I can bring it up right here so I can see some of these characters as we continue to talk about all of the good stuff, yo. So I think the main idea for episode 2 and just the show overall, right, is just really something about legacy and the legacy that someone has, and do they live up to that legacy, but what does that legacy mean to the other people that were around them? And then obviously we also discover what it means to be a knight without status, since Dunk is trying to live up to Sir Arlen's memory, but a lot of people don't even remember who he is. And that hurts Dunk, as it should, right? This is his mentor. This is his guy. This is the man that has raised him to be the man that he is today. And so for no one to really remember him, or for everyone to be lying about not remembering him, it's pretty cold. It's pretty cold. And I feel really bad about it. I feel bad about that for him. I really enjoyed, though, the way that we are able to kind of explore Sir Arlen's memory and also get a sense of reality. I kind of touched on that a little bit earlier, but the flashbacks definitely show Sir Arlen in a different light than it did in episode 1. In episode 1, he kind of seemed a little bit like a dickhead. But in this one, a lot of those memories softened those flaws that we saw from him. Dunk choosing to remember the good of his old master rather than the bad parts of what was going on. It really does feel like Dunk's memories are starting to catch up more with the vision of what he wants Sir Arlen to be rather than what he actually is, or maybe even what he needs him to be, right? It really is setting up a lot of the motivation for Dunk going into today's episode and the rest of this season, I have no doubt, because it's really going to let us know why this sense of honor matters so much to him. Not just to him, but, I mean, he's a quote-unquote knight. That's what he wants to do. So obviously honor matters in that sense, but it's also deeper than rap, you know? You know what I mean? It's also deeper than rap. So it's really cool to be able to see that. Dunk really going to all of the noble houses for that recognition, but no one remembering his boy. And also people treating him like he is not even a knight, when I guess technically he may not be, but I think he is a knight. You know what I mean? Even though none of us were there to see him get knighted per se. I'm saying none of us were there to see him get knighted per se. But as far as we know, as far as we know, he is a knight. As far as everyone knows, he is a knight. So he's starting to realize that being honorable doesn't mean that he has respect. Honor and respect are not tied to each other in the way that Dunk thinks they are. You know what I mean? He thought that these things were something hand in hand. But at the core of this episode, it's really about Dunk finding those things out and trying to figure out how he can maneuver, how he can explore what that means and how that goes about. Egg, man, oh man. If you guys were here for last week's watch party and review of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode 2, you know that I was mad sus of Egg the entire time. Every time Egg opens his mouth, very similar to Fael in The Wheel of Time, it just makes me so uneasy not uneasy like I don't trust him, but uneasy like he's lying. so I don't trust him. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you're like here to do me wrong. No, but you are lying about something. I don't know what it is you're lying about per se, but it's definitely something. And just when watching the show and hearing the way that Dunk speaks and the way that he also carries himself, it's like, okay, bro, you're a little too smart, or you have a little bit too much something. There's a little bit too much something going on here. Like, I don't want to say you're too smart, but you are too smart. And why are you bald? You know what I mean? Are you bald because that hair is white? I don't know. I don't know. But just there's a lot of theories that I have that are stumbling out of egg, that are stumbling from egg, because bro, like I said, there's just something about him. I mean, he reacts very strongly to the Targaryens, and that was like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? And then he talks about the noble houses as if he's been inside of them. So that was a quadruple. What the hell is this? And then you can also see that he's clearly hiding something. I mean, he keeps slipping up in ways that feel accidental but purposeful. You know what I mean? His discomfort in certain situations, or his interest in the tournament and the lineage of what's going on. Being able to completely immediately know who the Crabtree people were. You know? Now, I know Dunk ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, mind you. I understand this. But still, something seems a bit fishy, Something seems a bit fishy there. And I don't think I'm the only one that thinks that. I don't think I'm the only one that feels that. Something is afoot, amiss. Shabuba, if you will. Let's also talk about the Targaryens and the power dynamic of the Targaryens. We have Baylor. We meet Baylor. We meet Maker, and there's someone else that we meet, but I don't think his name matters as much. He was the dude that was just standing there trying to make jokes and no one cared about what he was saying. That dude, he was funny. I liked him. You know, it, just seeing the dynamic of each of their characters and having that realization of, oh, the dragon people don't have dragons. They're pulling up on horse and buggy. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have it like that, but they gotta flex as if they do. Reputation is now become their dragon, right? Their dragon is the reputation of having a dragon, even though they don't. Even though I don't think dragons have been seen for like 100 years at this point, or something crazy like that. And I don't know, man. I do like that when we see Baylor, we can obviously sense that patience, the honor that he has, the leadership that he puts forth, especially when talking to Duncan about who he is and what type of knight he is and all these other things. And then when you hear Maekar talk, you can definitely tell that he's a little resentful of things that may be going on. Maybe he wants something that we don't know what he wants, but he wants it, and we don't know what that is that he does want, but he wants that. So I got my eyes on the Targaryens, and then we know that there's 2 Targaryen children missing. We don't know if they're children, but they're definitely the kids of Maker or Maekar. I don't know what his name is yet. So that's going to be, I'm very interested. I know last week some of you guys were theorizing that maybe Dunk goes and looks for those kids, and that's actually what I thought was going to happen in episode 2, was like he was going to have to find those kids, and then that would be the way he gets in on the thing. But instead, bruh actually really remembered Sir Arlen and was like, okay, dude, yeah, I'll let you slide because you remember this and all these other things and so on and so forth. So that was dope. But again, that repeated theme comes up again and again. It's something that's definitely reoccurring. those examples of honor and versus status, seeing the King's Guard and the conversation that he had, and Dunk getting that false hope, and he's like, oh man, even a simple crabber could do it. And then that's when Egg comes through, and he's like, brother, no. Like, no, a simple crabber cannot do it. In fact, they are the crabbers. Like, there ain't nothing simple about them. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope. So we keep getting the hedge knight, like what it means to be a hedge knight is really centered at the core of this story, surrounded by the honor, surrounded by the status, the respect that all of those things, kind of come together as. And it is very dope and interesting to see that go down in the way that it has been. But we got T-minus 5 minutes, literally like 3 minutes until the new episode drops. So we're going to be getting into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream, because it definitely helps out tremendously around these parts. I am so excited to jump into today's episodes. For real. Like, I think it's going to be amazing, man. I think it's going to be really good. Like, last week's was definitely character first. It was a slower-ish episode, but there was they teased us with the badassery that I think is going to be coming into this show, and I'm so ready for that, man. I'm ready, man. The clock just keeps on clicking down, and we are getting closer and closer to the time. So what a time it is to be here. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream, because, the YouTube algorithm gods definitely need a sacrifice, and it also helps us get cracking in that algorithm for the algorithm gods. I'm going to get a poll set up here, and then we're going to get into the episode shortly. In about 1 minute, chat. T-minus 1 minute. All right. Oh, snap. Okay, I got 30 seconds. So, how are we feeling heading in to episode 3? Chat, how are we feeling? Huh? Are we fully locked in? Are you interested but cautious? Are you waiting for it to pick up? Or are you just here for the watch party? Let me know your guys' vibes as we get into episode 3 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I cannot wait to get into this episode, ladies and gentlemen. We are here and we are ready. Where's it at? Bam! We are here and we are ready. Boom. The Squire. Oh, man. And these episodes have been having some great titles as well. I've really been enjoying the titles for these episodes too. All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get into episode. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's run that back. All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to run into episode 3 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. This episode is titled The Squire, and I am so excited to get into it. On 3, we will all press play and enjoy this episode together. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go, man. Let's skip that. Okay. I'm excited.
And die by the side of a muddy road. What chance do I have?
Yo, this show, man.
It was a great night. Someone will remember him.
I enjoyed episode 2 so much, so I am so ready to get into this one, yo. More of Baylor, more of everything. Let me see it all.
You wish to enter the lists. See no reason to deny you.
Your Grace.
Very well, sir. You are grateful. Now, fuck off.
And that's Maker or Makar.
Wars have started for us.
Boys, stop gaping. See to my horse.
I'm not a stable boy, my lord. I have the honor to be a knight.
Knighthood has fallen on sad days.
You are not a sigil of blood. You must needs find a sigil of your own.
Could you?
Oh yeah, we get to see his own sigil today as well.
I don't.
Yeah, guys, episode 3 is out right now.
Make me a fool.
All men are fools. Don't
We are
worry.
checking it out. You'll be able to sync up as well. Let's go. Man, I am so terrified to show anything from the start of these episodes because it's been wilding. They've been wilding at the start of every episode so far. Here you go. You got the timestamp here at the bottom. So go ahead and just try to. Oh nope, it doesn't say timestamp here, but you can see how much time is left over there and try to sync up for that. Sorry. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I like these just very simple starts to the episodes as well.
Easy boy. Come on! Smash! Move! You're stubborn as old iron. He's 20 says you're your last rider and the field could be just like this or worse, so you best get your feet under you.
Oh, gotta turn the audio off. YouTube, big YouTube, don't come for me. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. Uh-oh, big YouTube might come for us, guys. I had the audio on. You can't have the audio on. Big YouTube does not like that. Hmm. Is he? Yo, hell no. Okay, this is awesome, actually. Oh man. So HBO Max doesn't have the normal sync up thing, but if you look over here, just try to make your time as close to this as you can if you're just now tuning in. Oh! Oh! His eye is hanging out! Oh, shit! His eye, his eye was hanging out. That's true. Yo, welcome to the super fan, Vincent. I appreciate you. Thank you for the subscribidooski. Why is bro over there puking? Hey, hey, it's like the I can't think of a what is that called? We have one of those type of things. Bro stinks so bad he constantly has flies just around him. Are they gonna show us this dude killing the Do you like goose eggs? Come on, dog. Really, Duncan? That's what we're saying? This show has a magnificent vibe to it. There's some big ass eggs. Crunching. Oh, Bro, that is so brutal. I love this show. I'll take a drink with you, Duncan. Don't worry about it, man. Yo. Okay, Egg. Yo, what's up with a Nuggy? How you doing? Crazy transition. That was a crazy transition, yo. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Folklore. Folklorian W name. Oh, side quest. He thought he was hitting him up for bread. Lord Ashford. Shout out to Lord Folklorian. I literally wouldn't even have known Bruh's name if I didn't just read your comment. Oh shit. It's an elm tree. Get it right. Bro needs some tea or something. A lozenge. Rolling the Mars, ain't he? I'm excited, bruh. I'm excited. Not to worry, I won't embarrass you today. So you get to call out whoever you want. I am unaware of jousting rules. I know there's a joustologist in the chat. Please let me know how jousting works. Like, you trying to kill each other, yeah? Here we go. Boo! Bro's a sucker. Oh, people are crashing out. I guess that's against the rules. Yo, what's up with it, EJ? Welcome to the chat. Yo, he's about to kill the horse. So there's always one Targaryen that is absolutely out of their bloody mind, eh? It's this dude is hilarious. hit him with 2 in the pink. Yo, he hit him with 2 in the stink. None in the whoa. That was crazy. Of course there probably was. Mm. This conversation is insane. What? We're sitting here pontificating. Like, this kid is so smart, yo. He's a young philosopher. I mean, the conversation is idiotic, but still, it's the substance of, you know what I mean. I hope. Oh. Whoa. Why doesn't he want to be seen by other nobility? Yo, Dunk is literally the main character in a movie, and I mean, like, in a video game. That's the vibe that it gives off, because he just gets captured. Mm. Oh, yeah, these are the Apple dudes. That's why they're drinking cider. And here's where we find out how gullible bruh is. Incestuous aliens. Hmm. piss on their wife's tits. That is the most savage diss I have ever heard. Ever, bro. That shit was savage, bro. Not even you should have been swallowed. Just dog. That's just diabolical. Oh, big yawn. Not this dickhead. Ruh-roh. Bro, I absolutely hope. Uh-oh. I hope nothing happens to. Bro, if he does something to that woman, Dunk is going to kill him. Is Egg the young one? Ah. Oh! Oh! Yo, he turned up on his ass. I. Fuck your teeth. Bro is. Oh! Not curb stomp. I knew it! Yo! I called it! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Egg is bloody royalty! Let's go! Let's go! What an episode! What an episode! Wow! What an episode, yo! That was fantastic. We just got done watching episode 3, The Squire, Yo, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is such a good show. It is really masterfully crafted. They put it together in such a way that it constantly is intriguing, and it's also humorous, filled with heart in every single episode. Every time, like, the character development is immaculate. We get so much more understanding. We get so much more just we get so much more from all these characters in just such a short time. All of these episodes have been very short, but they also are just like, they're short, but they're to the point. Like, you don't need these episodes to be like overly long or anything. I feel like we come in and we get exactly what we need out of it, and then we're, you know what I mean, and then we're on to the next one. I am so excited how we got to see the dynamic of Dunk and Egg just continue to be established throughout this episode, and it was awesome that I feel like we're getting so much so fast. Like, the fact that he already has revealed who he truly is. I did not expect that to happen in this episode, but I am so happy that we did get the confirmation that he had nobility, that he had, you know what I mean? I love that. Like, this was a magnificent episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And I mean, every single episode, week after week, continues to just be filled with more heart, more substance, and man, I just really, I like it. We got to see a lot more of all of our characters in this one. And I can't think of what that Targaryen kid's name is, but the Targaryen Joffrey is just a menace. I mean, he sucks so much. It's insane how much that dude sucks. I'm happy that we got to see Egg punch his face in and loosen one of his teeth. That is all just fantastic. And I feel like Egg is being mad purposeful now. Like, we do really need to go back and watch everything that Egg has done, because I think it not only has it been mad purposeful, but I think that it's also been, you know, like, a little bit of foreshadowing to some of the things that are no doubt going to come in the future. I mean, when we see the witch pull up on Egg and tell him that he's going to become king, let me see if I can find that part so we can figure out what exactly it was that she said. Where was that? No, that was way back here somewhere. Was it before that? Is that how we started the episode, yo? No. Am I tripping? Yeah, I am tripping. Sorry, y'all. I am tripping. Whoops. Yeah, that happened, like, right here. It was after that, after this, but before he went into the tent to drink cider. Yep, like right here. Boom. Okay, found it. She said he. Okay, let me write this down real quick. Where's my pen and paper? Just so I can figure out what was said real quick, so we can kind of dive into those little things that was said. All right. She told him. She said, Dunk, you shall know great success and oh yeah, I'm gonna have to type this out. I was gonna write it down, but I just remembered that she told bruh a whole soliloquy. So a soliloquy, excuse me. Okay, you shall know great success and be richer than a Lannister. Okay, and then she told Egg. You shall be king. Oh, wait. And die in hot fire, and worms shall feed upon your ashes. Oh my gosh. And all who know you shall rejoice in your dying. Oh my goodness. That is pretty intense. That is pretty intense. He said, what? Bro, what? What did you say? Excuse me, madam? What's gonna happen here? Like, whoa. All right, let's get this post-episode review. Chat, I want to know how you guys are feeling. Hold on, I'm getting this poll out here in just a second. Episode 3 overall rating, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 3 overall rating. Let me know in the comment section down below. I forgot that I've been doing the polls out of 10, so we're gonna keep it with the 10, and not out of 5. So let me know how you guys are feeling about it out of 10. This is crazy. So you shall know great success and be richer than a Lannister. She says that to Dunk. I think she says that obviously because he's no doubt gonna be helping out my boy Egg from here on out. Like he's probably gonna be his right hand man. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Right? Am I right? Like, are we all thinking this? Cause I mean, bruh. He went up and beat the shit. Bruh, he beat the shit out that man. Threw him like a rag doll, too. And it basically took 4 dudes to hold him down. And he was still fighting. I don't even think he was fighting as hard as he could have been. I think he was just light fighting. You know what I mean? Bruh, let's go. W Dunk, W Egg, W episode. Yo, W episode, chat. Let's jump into the chat. Let's see how you guys are feeling. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you guys enjoyed that episode. Let me get a 2 in the chat if you didn't. And then let me get a 3 in the chat if you're just happy to be here. Let's get a little bit of a consensus about how we're feeling fresh after the episode, everybody. Let me know what the vibe is. What's going on? What are you thinking? I really want to know. I want to know what the vibe's going on here. So, I really enjoyed that episode, guys. I did. That was, whew. Gotta put it out of its misery. Yo, that was so cold. Can someone tell me what Prince Douchebag's name is in the chat, please? Because I can't think of it. But that was crazy how Sir Douche really was trying to attack the horse. And how Duncan was able to see it as well. I really appreciate that. Like, I love it. I love the way that we're able to see a little bit of how good everybody is with their respective abilities here, you know? You know what I mean? It's like we get a very good sense of what people are capable of. across the board. Like, we got to see what Sir Douchebag was capable of. We got to see what Duncan was capable of. And at the start of the episode, it gave us a little hint to what Egg is capable of, right? Even Egg had a lot of stuff going on with his own, like, in this episode. He had a lot of stuff going on, man. Obviously, it was called The Sire. This was a Egg episode, and I think when you watch it through the lens of Egg, it just hits a little different. I can't wait to get a backstory for him and figure out what was going on with him, which is something I'm pretty sure they'll probably do in episode 4. If I'm not mistaken, we only have 6 episodes of this show, so this was our halfway point for all intents and purposes. Like, I'm kind of okay with that. I think I'm having a really good time with this show. I don't care that the episodes are short, but I do care that the season is short. I really wish that we had 8 to 12. That is the range for these shows, man. 6 episodes is hard for me to get on board with all the time, but 8 to 12, I can always get on board with either of those. 6, it makes me iffy. I think Dune Prophecy also had 6 episodes, and I think those were, or was it 8? I can't recall, but I think it was 6, and those were good episodes too. Those were really good episodes. So I think across the board, when we talk about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, when we talk about the fact that it doesn't have a lot of action in every single episode, there's not people, there's not blood and guts everywhere. There's not like naked people in every episode. I think actually this might be the first episode that we didn't see anyone naked, to be honest. But, I think it's tackling a completely different, I don't want to say conglomerate because I feel like that word might be too heavy for the purpose of what I'm trying to say. But, it's a completely different scale. It's a completely different tone from what we know with Game of Thrones. And I love that we get to explore this other side of it. I really do. It's fantastic, man. I wish I knew the story now. What story, EJ? What story you talk about, G? American History X. Oh, fuck, he said, will there be blood? Bro, there was definitely blood. There was definitely blood. I think it was mostly horse blood. We also got to see bro with the eye pop out, which I was not expecting that at all. That threw me for a loop to see buddy with the... That was crazy, dog. That was crazy. This show is crazy. I can't lie. Like, the more I watch it, the more I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Yo, what's up with it, Aaron? Yo, your name is crazy, Aaron. Thank you. It was fun watching someone who does not know the story reacting to the show. Hey, I appreciate you, Aaron. Thank you for coming through and watching with us. That's what I'm always here to do. And then I have another, everybody, if you guys are book readers, make sure you go and check out Marvel Bros spinoff channel From Watcher to Reader, where I do read books that for different shows that we have read or for different shows that we have watched. So definitely go over there, check it out. If you guys want, if you guys want me to check out any books, you can go over to that channel and really get a lockdown of what's going on. What was I doing? I have no idea what I was doing just now. So Egg will become king? That's what it's looking like, Eugene. Yeah, I like that prophecy as well once. Wait, 30 minutes? Yeah, these are all of the episodes of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms are in that 30-minute range. I think I don't even know if we've had anything longer than 30 minutes just yet. I think they've all been just under 30. Damn good episode. I agree, Geico Gecko. Yo, I agree, Geico. Worst episode. I'm sorry you feel that way. I would love to know what makes you feel that way, though. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section why you didn't like it, Margarita. Just came back after the episode. What was you thinking, Chun? Egg is roughly 11th in line for the throne here. That's crazy. A lot of death got to happen before that. Insane stuff to say to a literal child, to be honest. Hey, that kid knew far more than he needed to know already. You know what I'm saying? I love the humor. Dunk looks so confused. He said, I didn't want to look like you, brother. Dunk was like, what? Brother? Huh? How do you know this man? Like, yo, Dunk is going to be flabbergasted. Makes sense as to why he wasn't the one that went to look for the sun. Because the sun was with him the whole time. You know? Crazy. Give it a 9? Okay. Next episode is going to be insane. I definitely agree with that. The show is too short. It is gonna be, yeah, it's on the shorter side. It's on the shorter side, Hades. I understand. It does make you feel like you're getting ripped out of it right when you're like, you know, nuzzling in. Right when you're getting comfortable. It's just ripping you right out of it. Arian, that's right. Douche Bright Flame. Douche Flame. Oh, that sounds bad. I don't mean that badly. Real name grade was rough. RL name grade? Real name grade? I don't know. The show already pretty stretched out from the original material. Oh, is it? You think do you mean like it's different? Oh, bro said real name. Grade school was rough. Oh man. I just realized what you were saying, Aaron. Damn. Oh, brother, yeah, I can imagine. Yo. Oh, brother, I know kids suck, bruh. So I can only imagine, dog. W last name. I'll watch it again before I go to sleep. Yeah. I was really enjoying the happy hanging out show. Not gonna lie, bummed it's getting real. Yeah, man, this show it's flying by. And we're gonna be done with this in no time. Like, you need 8 episodes because then you get at least 2 months of content, no matter what. You know what I mean? Six episodes. It's kind of a month of content. You know what I mean? But it's really a month and a half. I mean, it's kind of 2 months, but it's really a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? The showrunner added a lot of new content. The original story is really short. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say this is a novella, so that the story is short. They extended it for the show, it seems, and I like that. Kenneth, what's up with it? Kenneth, was the horse that got killed Duncan's horse? No, I don't think so. Okay, this is what I'll say. Last week, after I was like rewatching the second episode, it did seem like he sold his horse to them at the games. You know what I mean? But he was so sure that he would be able to buy his horse back, and some of them horses be dying. So I don't think that he sent his horse off into the chambers. You know what I mean? I think he just sold his horse to like the local farms dudes. Like, hey, yo, here's my horse. You know. At least that's my hopes. That would make sense as to why he whooped that dude's ass even more, if that's the case. Yo, Sir Douche really broke that girl's finger, or did he cut it off? I was like, what the feezy? These Targaryens, bruh. No doubt that's probably one of the reasons why we had to get away from all that king stuff, you know what I mean, man? Like once the heir to the throne and all of this stuff just going down and they're so quote unquote pretentious and entitled because they think they supposed to be the king. Like, bro, I'm born the king, homie. After my daddy's daddy. Like, they ain't gotta fight for nothing, they ain't gotta work for nothing, they ain't gotta struggle for nothing. Yeah, bro. They suck. The horse he sold, the horse he sold wasn't a fighting horse. No one would use it in a joust. Okay, I dig that. 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 I got you, Hades. Good look. Good look. Good look. It's just very interesting, man. The show is though the shit that they're doing. Yo, the kick to the face was beautiful. I agree. He kicked the hell out of that man, bruh. He was whooping his ass. I loved seeing Duncan kick the shit out of that dude. All right, there we go. I don't know what happened just now. Bro, he kicked the bro. He whooped that dude's arse. I can't believe my theory about Egg was right, yo. Look at, oh my God, look at Duncan. Oh, through that boy. Ah, boy, what you mean? Bro, what you mean? You think you just about to slap, bro? You think you about to just pull up doing these shenanigans, you douchebag? Hell no. Douche kicker powers activate. Sir Duncan the douche kicker. Let's go. Man, and I don't think I've said it yet, but wow, everybody in this show's acting is on a 10. Even the small side characters that we're probably never gonna see again, like the dude that handed Duncan the drink that he had, or the witch that pulled up and told them their future. Like, we're probably never gonna see them in this show again. But they did a wonderful job. Like, they did a wonderful job. They sold it. Everyone is like, everyone is hitting the mark, bro. Everybody is hitting the mark exquisitely. And it just causes me to enjoy this show more and more week after week. And I hope that's the same for all of you. I hope all of you continue to enjoy this show more and more as we continue to go. Because, man, I can't wait to see where we end with Dunk and Egg. We are halfway through the series currently. That means we have 3 episodes left lined up for A Night of the Seven Kingdom. And who knows what happens next? I don't know if Dunk is going to get in trouble for, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's going to get in trouble because because Egg's been with him the whole time. Are they going to think that he kidnapped him? Or what's going to be the vibe? What's going to happen there? I have a lot of questions. I'm very interested as to what those answers could be. So let me know your guys' thoughts, theories, and opinions in the comment section down below. Please, no spoilers from the book. If you have read it, please keep all discussions within the parameters of what we know in the show as to where we are. All right. I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in with me today to watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's been a good old time. I'm very immersed in the world. I'm glad to be back in Westeros. I'm very glad to be back in Westeros too. And I'm happy to be in Westeros in any way that we can be in Westeros. It seems like we might be doing a Star Wars thing. I don't mean to say it like Star Wars, it's going to be like Star Wars, but I'm saying it like in the case of we can tell these stories non-linearly. What? Non-linearly. That doesn't sound right. We can tell these stories outside of a normal linear fashion, and still be able to feel like we are in Westeros, feel like we're in the Game of Thrones universe, even though there's not an ample amount of like blood and guts and gore in every single one of these. But still, when there is a moment of some type of guts or gore aspect to be explored, they do it well. Like with the eye pop out or the horse thing or any of that. It all is done very good. And I can't wait to see how they continue to tell this story. And as someone who is a watcher and not a reader of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I am so hyped to see what's going to happen. Because, I mean, I feel like they've really built up a grand story up until now. And the story can only get better from here. So sign me up, write my name on the sheet, and I hope to be called for practice because I'm all in on this, baby. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are all in too. So if you haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream because it helps out tremendously around these parts. You can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. Or you can follow the channel at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in and watching with me today. It was amazing to be able to experience A Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode 3 with all of you, and I hope that we can enjoy the rest of the season as well. That's right, I'll be going live every week until the show is done, Sundays at 5:15 or 5 p.m. Make sure you guys are all here and ready to go so we can nerd out and talk about it more. And I might even do an after show this week for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Who knows? So stay tuned, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.
And on today's pop culture news update,
On today's pop culture news update.